Hey, Ducks, we are live on YouTube. Just a little FYI.
Good afternoon, Duramax.
We are live on YouTube. Just a little FYI.
Copy that.
How are you?
Doing well, sir. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm trying to get the intro video here. I want to play this. A minute.
Gotcha.
The clock is ticking, the world spins fast, uncovering the future, explaining the past. From city streets to distant shores, breaking the silence, opening doors. This is your world, living true, bringing the facts straight to you, the pulse of the day, the stories that matter, cutting through noise and empty chatter, cutting through noise and empty chatter, cutting through noise and empty chatter. Leaders speak, the nations rise, watching it all with open eyes. On the ground where history wakes, capturing moments, whatever it takes. This is your world, living true, bringing the facts straight to you, the pulse of the day, the stories that matter, cutting through noise and empty chatter, cutting through noise and empty chatter, cutting through noise and empty chatter, cutting through noise and empty chatter. Standing for truth, the clock strikes now, your trusted source. This is your news. This is your world, living true, bringing the facts straight to you, the pulse of the day, the stories that matter, cutting through noise and empty chatter, cutting through noise and empty chatter, this is your world, living true, bringing the facts straight to you, the pulse of the day, the stories that matter, cutting through noise and empty chatter, cutting through noise and empty chatter.
This is Duramax World News with your breaking news. Hear it here first and be in the know at all times. Welcome and enjoy.
Oh, there you have it, folks. Also, has anybody heard from Mother? I haven't heard from her in a few days.
I have not.
We're kind of missing her over here. She said she was coming over to Rumble.
She's popped in and out a few times, but
Um, this Iran thing is really heating up. And also, Iraq. I don't know if I shared it or not. Where's it at? Nope. Oh, great. So nothing I've shared today has been shared. So, yay! I guess there was a glitch. And I went sit down here the last hour and put together a bunch of news and nothing shared. Yay.
Gotta love that.
There was a thing about Iraq. Here you go. Iraq has suspended its crude oil loading at all terminals, following a drone strike, which has been normally attributed to Iran-backed non-state actors in Iraq on a tanker in the Basra oil terminal. Additional drone attacks in the south of the country has also happened, prompting the move. So Iraq has suspended all oil loading at all terminals. That's going to be a big blow to markets, folks.
Mm-hmm.
This comes just one day, or no, actually 2 days after Trump says the U.S. will be doing a lot of deals with Iraq, including taking a lot of oil. And I don't know if you all have noticed, though, the war keeps escalating. Oil keeps going down. The markets are so disconnected from what actually is going on that tells you that we're getting towards the end of this market cycle and everything's fixing to crash. All should be skyrocketing right now. The oil market, here, I'm going to send this to you. If you want to check this out, Ducks.
All right.
Yeah, FYI, I will put an alert out on Discord, but we will move EAM tracking to Zulu hours instead of Eastern Standard Time.
Thank you, sir.
Well, folks, I've about got my excavator fixed back up. I've got one of my shafts that goes in these planetaries built and installed. I've just got to figure out how to cut a keyway. I think I'm going to have to go get a Dremel tool to be able to cut that keyway. Any other options on that, Ducks, that you know of?
Negative. Not my area of expertise.
Okay. I got it's a shear pin, basically. It's a keyway for that shear key to go into.
Okay.
Oh. All right, I'll let you check that out.
The whole market is burning through buffers that prevented a larger Hormuz shock. Two developments Thursday showed how fragile the market remains as fighting resumes and the Strait of Hormuz stays largely closed. The U.S. EIA said that crude stocks at Cushing's fell below 20 million barrels in June and may continue to be tank bottoms, the minimum oil that must remain in tanks and pipelines for pumps to work. That means some barrels counted as inventory may be unusable, leaving the hub effectively closer to empty than the headline figures suggest. IEA Chief Philippe Barrot told Bloomberg that the historic 400 million barrel emergency release, equal to roughly 2.5 million barrels a day, helped push oil prices down to $20. Higher production from the US, Brazil, and Kazakhstan national stock draws and Saudi and Emirati efforts to bypass Hormuz have also limited the shock, but none of them are endless, Bureau warned. Even expanded Saudi and UAE pipelines could replace only about half the oil normally moving through Hormuz. Briel said the danger is not months, it is weeks. A prolonged quasi closure could push the global economy back into the red zone, with Asia facing the greatest risk and Europe vulnerable to diesel and jet fuel shortages. Oil demand remains healthy, he said, meaning the market has not yet balanced through demand destruction. The first shock was absorbed by consuming emergency buffers, not by resolving the supply crisis.
Yes. And yes. We're in for a very um we're already at this point, but it's fixed. Everything's getting fixing to get very weird. Everything's fixing to get very weird. And my phone charger's almost broke. Yay.
I don't think we've had a day of normal in a long, long time.
No. 2019 was the last days of normal. We keep on launching aircraft out of Israel, tankers. Let's see what's going on over here. We got a Russian flight out of Kaliningrad. I can never catch our ISR flights in Europe anymore because where I go to bed earlier than I used to, that stuff normally it's normally not running until about 5:30. 4 to usually about after about 3:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is when that stuff starts popping up. By the way, guys, this little aircraft right here, this little thing right here, let me tell you a little something about this aircraft right here. That is not what it says it is. That is a MQ-4 drone. Or an RQ-4. One of the two. That is ISR flights. Now, it was disguised as a helicopter. But these little planes like this and helicopter don't fly at 55,000 feet. And that call sign kind of gives it away too. All zeros. So, yeah. It's either a MQ-4, RQ-4, or it's a U-2. One of three. So I guess a little lesson there for y'all that spots planes. Let's see here. Have y'all seen the bond market this morning? Well, I'll show you the bond market this morning. And the caption to this says, God help us all. It's begun. Is spot on. SMA, how you doing? Also, folks, if you all have not done this yet, everyone that is in Discord but has not moved their membership over to Coffee Club, you need to do so. That way you will keep access to Discord. Oh, how is Ducks today?
Texas is doing pretty good. Just to let you know, we got Canadian wildfire smoke down here in central North Carolina.
Oh, wow. As you can see the camera there, we don't have none here that I can see. There's yet a nice view of the airport. That's one thing I like about living up here. It's flatter compared to where about 4 miles south. It's amazing how much 4 miles changes.
Oh, yeah.
You move 4 miles south and you're in the mountains. Up here, it's all flat. But where I'm originally from down there, it's you're either on a hillside or you're on the other side of the hillside.
Around where I live, you got rolling hills, but nothing
Mm-hmm.
mountainous until you go 40 miles west.
Yep.
Ocean is 3.5 hours east.
Yeah. Now you're not far from me then.
No, I'm good ways. I mean, probably like 4.5 hours.
Interesting, because I'm only about 4.5, 5 hours from the ocean. If you go to like Virginia Beach.
Yeah, I like that beach.
Well, folks, gold is getting ready to move. Look at this. I have
It's
never
been moving.
look at this chart I just threw up. I have never seen a better breakout point. It's fixing to go phew to the moon. Battery, it's going to go phew. The bottom's going to fall out of it. Which I don't think so. I think this is the lower levels that it's ever going to be again. I think we're getting ready to head for $6,000. Let's see what the comments say here. This guy says it's going to take one more dip. Let's look at his chart here. It could come down to this resistant level. I see where see what he's looking at here. Good possibility, but it's another good possibility that it will come down to this resistant level and bounce. This one right here is a little bit ambitious, all the way down to here.
Great Phone asked the question, how's silver looking?
Well, let's see if there's any silver charts here. You can kind of model silver after the. Here you go. It's saying silver has formed a death cross and it's going to go down. So. So there's your. But I kind of agree with this guy here. With this graph that's AI made. But it's I think it's kind of into going to go kind of sideways from here. I think we're into that area.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're just going to kind of work sideways. But time will tell. I wouldn't be surprised looking at that graph right there if we go down into the high 40s. If so, be a good time to pick up some more. Okay. You got anything?
Oh yeah. There's a second 1 in 1,000 year flood happening in Texas right now.
Hmm.
It's bad. Texas Hill Country is having its second 1 in 1,000 year flood in just over a year. The river has risen more than 35 feet in a few hours, and multiple agencies, including the Coast Guard, are conducting on scene search and rescue. And more rain is on the way.
Sounds about right.
Governor Avenant has declared a state of emergency.
Hmm.
Some of the pictures coming out of Dallas is crazy. Looks like China.
Fair enough. Well, I told y'all we're going to start seeing more and more of this. This is just the start. Just wait until the 1 in 10,000 year floods start.
And an
Or the 1
update
in 100,000 year floods.
one confirmed person has died during the flooding and rescue operations. And to make matters worse, chemicals are leaking into the floodwaters in Comfort, Texas.
Oh, yay. That's always nice. We love it when chemicals
And
leak out.
that is in the Guadalupe River.
Oh, yay. Major waterway then. Former CIA director, Ukraine is now using 10,000 or more drones per day. This is staggering. Last year they produced 3.5 million drones. Can anybody tell me how many drones the United States produced? Anybody? Come on, Rumble. Come on, YouTube. Can anybody tell me how many drones the United States produced last year? Dux, was that a fly in your microphone?
No.
I heard it. I heard something go. Psst. Sound like a fly.
No flies here. Trey just said 100,000.
A little bit more than that. We produced 300,000 drones last year.
Matt said
Ukraine
100.
produced 3.5 million.
Retro over on Rumble reported that the average lifetime of a Russian soldier on the front lines is anywhere between 20 and 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm. But we're gonna have a big problem when this all kicks off, man. We're gonna need to produce 30 million drones a year, and we're producing 300,000.
Yep,
Ukraine
that's the
uses
problem.
that in a month. 30 days, they use 300,000 drones. It's amazing. A little country like Ukraine with a GDP of like Texas. Let me a minute. Let me tell you how much GDP they got. It's 225 billion. Okay, you know Texas has a GDP of 2.9 trillion. Let's see what Kentucky's is. Okay, Ukraine has a smaller GDP than Kentucky. Kentucky has a 307 billion GDP. Kentucky's GDP is about 30% larger than Ukraine. Now, how in the world can we only produce 300,000 drones?
Because they're doing it out of survival.
Yep.
We're not there yet.
West Virginia GDP is 109 billion. Uh,
Pakistan worries about being drawn into the U.S.-Iran conflict after Houthis attack Saudi Arabia. Pakistan told the Iran attacks on Saudi Arabia break cross a red line, and they fear the Houthis escalating things. Islamabad worries about Iranian leadership divides, and the escalation contributed to postponement of Iranian visit.
you know, Ohio's GDP is 3 times larger than Ukraine. Well, folks, a fire has broke out today at the Imam Riza Shrine Complex in Mashhad, Iran, where the former Iran supreme leader has been buried. So he can't even get no peace, even after he was buried. And I will post a video to this.
I'm sure they're not happy about that.
Nope. I want to show you all this. Folks, we're getting close to this point. We're getting closer, friends. A 25-year parabolic bull market driven entirely by QE money printing. What happens when the Nasdaq reaches the end of the wedge and the parabolic begins going back in time. Look at this. We have went to the edge of a wedge, folks. Where it goes from here, time will tell. It's either going to go up or it's going to go shoo. And I think there's a much higher chance in it going shoo than it going up. We've reached it. See, this wedge that we're working on started 25 years ago, folks. Right here. And if the graphs are shown right, we can go from 29,000 NASDAQ to 3,000. We are up Poop Creek. The motor has blown and the paddle is broke. And it's over top of your head. And the water's rising. And there's turds floating down the river. Now, this right here, this stuff, the markets, concern me more than a nuclear war. This could send us into a worldwide Great Depression that will make the Great Depression look like child's play. I'm talking about having to eat the dandelions out of your front yard type of Great Depression. You ain't going to be able to go work because there's not going to be no work. And even if there is, you won't be able to afford the gas to get to work. Yep, it's a house of cards. And the house of cards is fixing to go poof, it's fixing to fall over. It's a house made of paper. And the gust of wind's coming. Yep, Jack, it's all fake. It's been fake for decades. You see this little corner down here? It says 2000 above it. Right here. See this graph right here? Right here. I got my mouse over. Imagine that graph as that. And you see where it went here? Shoot, all the way down to this. All the way down to this resistance level over here. So if you pull this and size it up, we're going to go down to about right in here, which is about 2 to 3,000. So the NASDAQ is at 29,502. So we're going to lose 26,000 points, or about 98%, 95. But yeah, this concerns me, and we're at that tip.
I agree, Griffon. People are going to lose their minds.
Yep,
But y'all are informed.
yep. And I recommend, this is not financial advice. You will never hear financial advice from me. So YouTube, I am not giving financial advice whatsoever. I'm just telling you what I'm have done and will continue to do. Buying silver. I'm not going to go out and spend my entire paycheck on it, no. But I buy it a little bit along. And I am watching silver markets, and it's getting to the point where I'm fixing to buy a little bit more, if I can afford it. I may sell some stuff to be able to afford to buy a little silver, because of what the platform that starts with a U done, or a Y I meant, done to me about the channel. I have no funds. I mean, we're starting to get caught up a little bit on Coffee Club. We've made it up to 50 members now, which is, well, about a quarter of what we was doing on the YouTube channel. So folks, I need your all's help. It's $5. You're not going to miss $5 a month. You can't even buy a cheeseburger for that anymore. We need about another 50 members. So take that link. It's pinned in chat. Especially if you are on Discord already. If you are on Discord, you need and have not moved your membership over to Coffee Club, you need to do that. I have removed about 150 members so far, and I've got about another 100 to go. I'm doing it in waves. I'm not worried about that, Matt. That's the least of my worries. Gold and silver, no matter if it's not backed by digital currency or whatever, gold and silver will always be gold and silver. And my headphone is dying. Hey, Dux, you got anything else?
Yeah, I can find something.
Smitty, you need to be moving your membership over to Coffee Club. Please, good sir. The link is in the pinned chat. Okay, Ducks.
All right. The U.S. rejected Israeli plan to move military aircraft from Ben Gurion as parking crisis continues. While the Transportation Ministry announced Wednesday that a solution had been reached to relocate U.S. assets to other sites, American sources now say alternative solutions do not meet its needs. The crisis over the American refueling aircraft, there thought to be resolved, is now escalating from the military to the diplomatic arena. It said that the continued use of the airport could severely disrupt commercial operations. American military sources on Thursday stated that the alternative solutions do not meet the needs of the U.S. military.
Interesting.
Defense Minister Israel Katz and Prime Minister Netanyahu are expected to address the issue directly.
No, Smitty, we're not going dark again, but we are doing some member-only stuff nowadays. And you will be finding the links to all the streams. And if something happens again, you won't have to go hunting for us, as you will have the links to everything over here in Discord. So, you need to get signed up on the Discord, folks. And I'm kind of looking at another platform that's similar to Discord that is going to be a lot nicer.
Syrian authorities on Thursday said they had foiled an attempt to smuggle a large shipment of advanced weapons and missiles over the border from Iraq, destined for Hezbollah terror group in Lebanon.
Interesting.
A search uncovered a cache of weapons that included long-range missiles, anti-tank guided missiles, and drones.
It also had missile components.
Yep.
And fiber optic drones.
Included anti-tank weapons, a large number of fiber optic guided first-person view, or FPV, drones, which have been used repeatedly by Hezbollah in attacks on Israeli forces in southern Lebanon. Over 100 of them.
Yep, Smithy, when you get signed up there on Coffee Club, you will find the link to Discord in the post tab in the Coffee Club. And I will show everybody here, if you've got something else a second, Ducks, while I'm showing everybody. Okay, folks, you will find this here, and see this up here. Let me pull this down. You see home, memberships, and post. You'll be clicking on the post tab, and you go down in here and you'll find one that says Discord link, do not share, and there's your Discord. You click on that and it'll take you over to Discord and you make an account. Yeah, Grayfon, Discord's awesome, isn't it? Yep, we love our Discord. And also, do not come in here and buy Duramax a coffee and make it monthly. That is not your that's not a member. you need to go down below it where it says become a member. Now, we've got multiple levels here. The $5 one gets your Discord. $10 one gets your Discord and helps me be able to do this. $25 one's Discord. It's just helping me be able to do this more. 35, same way. 45, same way. Now, wait a minute. 45 will get you access to my personal DMs on Discord. $100 one gets you my personal phone number and access to Discord and everything. So, but this is the Discord. I'll give you a little rundown. This is all the channels over here. Every channel is a certain topic. And as you can tell, we've got the channels. These are YouTube channels here. This is prepping channels. I'm going to go in and add some more stuff. This is all the countries that we kind of watch. I need to go through and add some more. This is news. This is all news channels. And this is kind of your chat. We got fuel reports. Then you can come in here and ask me and Charlie any questions. This is the all call channel. This is where the streams go out, and I need to come in and post the links to all this. Unless somebody wants to do it for me. Does anybody want to come in and post links to these two streams and tag at everyone in it? Veteran channels, sci-fi channels, sports channels, vent channels, medical channels, history channel. I mean, there's just everything in the world over here, folks. Earthquakes, weather, volcanoes, a little thing called the G, you know what, S, you know, M. And that's what that is, you know what, from U-boobs. Okay. Let me come in here and get these streams. You got anything else there, Ducks?
No, sir. I got to hop off.
Alright. I really appreciate you popping in.
Not a problem. Y'all have a good afternoon. I'll see y'all in chat.
Yep,
Ducks out.
message me. See you, bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm just sharing this out a second. Just like that right there. Now we have alerted everybody in Discord that, hey, we're live. And unlike you, Boob, Discord, the messages go out. So. And also, folks, like I said, if I accidentally remove you from Discord and you are a member on Coffee Club, don't get mad at me, because some people's names are not lining up with your name on Discord. When you go into Coffee Club and make an account and subscribe to us, you need to put in the messages, or I prefer right here, to put your name, your Discord name. Like it shows right here. Someone, when it asked, Well, I can't show you a example, but it'll ask here. Sal, you put your name on it. Don't put someone. See, this someone is now a member. I have no idea whatsoever who that someone is. And of course, I messaged that person and I know who it is now. But you need to put your Discord name in there so I know who you are. Don't use your real name. I don't want your real name. But use your Discord name. Please and thank you. Alright, let's get back into some news here a minute. I can only stay for about another 30 minutes as I have to go do some work. Do 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 do. Wow! Trump has just turned his insider trades into a paid subscription. Imagine that. Trump owns True Social. His posts already move markets. Now Trump Media is launching a paid API that gives Wall Street real-time access to those same posts, including his own. Many high-frequency trading firms have already signed up. Imagine that. Don't surprise me. Alright. All the young people in Korea have lost big time in this market crash. Sauna houses are being... People are filling the sauna houses up because they're now homeless. Living in a sauna. Houses and internet cafes, and so on. Korea's property loans. 400,000 accounts have been forcibly liquidated. How many will end up in the streets? Wow. There's a link to that video. Yep, salt used to be used as currency. It's a good thing to have a bunch of salt. Because you're going to need salt to cure meat. And you won't be able to get salt. I've got about 100 pounds of salt put up. Salt don't go bad. I buy the little 1 pound containers. That's in the cardboard 1 pound containers. And just stick them around everywhere. But yep, ducks. It's a good thing to have. Russia has said there is no possibility of peace talks with Ukraine, showing a clear commitment to escalation, mobilization, or provocations into the Baltics to achieve its objectives in Ukraine. Hey folks, this is exactly... I am not for sure, Grayfon. I buy non-iodine and then iodine salt. You need the non-iodine for canning. But I got about 50 pounds of each. And I need to go and get some more of that. Do 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 do. Uh. Okay. Hey, ducks. Post that into the Canon and let's see here, Canon. It's food preserving and Canon freeze drying. Here, I'll stick it in there, and I'll tag at everyone. So just like that right there, folks. We just stuck that right into this channel that is called uh, food preserving. Right there. We got an AAM coming in. Very faint. Very faint EAM. Alright. Grapevine, my garden's doing pretty good. All my corn's done. I've put up a boatload of corn. I've got to pick beans again. And I've got to get my excavator fixed here so I can dig all my potatoes. And I've also got to get this root cellar done so I can put my potatoes in my root cellar. Right now, I'm going to have to take them down to the old house and put in my granny's basement. Oh, let's see here. We've got about another 20 minutes that I can go because I have to go and grind a stump. Got to go remove a stump. $25 billion. 200,000. 25 billion dinars. DINARS. I don't know what that is. Let's see what that is. It's a okay, it's currency of Algeria, Bahrain, Iraq, Jordan, Kuwait, Libya, Serbia, and Toscana. It's like the dollar. So 25 billion dinars, $200,000 in cash, and 4 kilograms of gold and jewelry were found hidden in the walls of a former Iraqi deputy oil minister, Adin al-Jamala's home. He remains in custody in an expanding corruption case. Wow. Well, imagine that. China's disasters have been severe. After the PLA and rescue teams finished posting for photos and checking in, they quickly withdrew, leaving the public to fend for themselves in utter misery, with tears they can't even shed. In the past, when major disasters struck China, there were always donations from the public, individuals, and international sources. Now there are none. Only a few authoritarian countries have offered condolences to the CCP. Japan and Taiwan has historically been the two nations that donated the most to China. Yet the CCP has repaid their kindness with enmity, either harboring hatred towards Japan or threatening to forcibly reunify Taiwan. So, China's chickens are now coming home to hatch. Imagine that. U.S. Strategic Petroleum Reserve (SPR) has fallen by 98 million barrels since late March. It is now just 68 million barrels above the estimated 250 million barrel emergency floor. That's it. That's all of it. Emergency floor. Phew. Well, I'm sorry. That's the emergency floor. The physical floor is at 180 million barrels. It's empty. It's gone. You can't get no more out of it at 180 million barrels. So, yeah. Hmm. We are going to have major, major issues here, folks. Goodness. Anyway, a South Florida woman says she is stunned after opening her vehicle registration renewer and reading her brand new license plates. The nearly 70-year-old says the seemingly random combination carries an inappropriate message. She can't believe it ever made it through the approval process. The resident says she went ballistic when she saw the plate and immediately wanted it replaced, but not everyone agrees. Her son's friends and even an 89-year-old neighbor thinks she should embrace the accidental double and keep driving with it. They think it's hilarious. The DMV hasn't explained how the plate was approved and ultimately issued. It's got SQZA55. Here is it spelled out for you. Very interesting. Hey, Ivor. How are you, good sir? Also, if you have not moved your membership over to Coffee Club, I recommend you doing so. You need to do that in order to keep your Discord access. The link's at the top of chat. And also for folks that's just now joining, if you have not moved your Discord, if you have not moved your membership over to Coffee Club, you need to do so. I am going through and I am cleaning house. And if you are not in Discord, not in Coffee Club, you are being removed from Discord. It's not fair for paying members if somebody gets to stay in there for free. But when you do sign up for Coffee Club, you need to use your Discord name as your Coffee Club name, where it says someone. Put in your Discord name at that location instead of using someone. Because using someone, I have to email you and figure out who you are. That way I do not accidentally remove you from Discord. And if I accidentally remove you in Discord and you are a Coffee Club member, all you have to do is go to Coffee Club, get that link, and you can rejoin. Let's see here. Goodness. The Navy's elite Blue Angels say they are reviewing the circumstances surrounding a low flyover of Pensacola Beach, Florida. Goodness gracious. It's a wonder if they didn't bust somebody's eardrums right there. They almost hit that lifeguard stand. I'll post a link to this video. There's that, and there's that. The 321 refining margin just broke its own record again. $59 a barrel is old news. It just printed $67.84 a barrel. That's more than 5 times the multi-decade average of roughly $13 a barrel, the highest print on record going back to 1994. This is the markup that they're making per barrel. The crack spread is now 5 times higher than the historical average. I'm sure it's got just naughty refineries randomly launching the mother of all price gouging operations in the middle of a war. I think it's because we have very, very big issues on supply. And this guy says we have a diesel glut. Actually, I don't know if you know or not. We don't use diesel anymore. Diesel is old energy. We use renewables. This guy has no idea. He's 28 years old and he lives in Evanston, Illinois. He says we don't use diesel no more. Folks, the backbone of America runs on diesel. Trains, all of your semi-trucks, most of your heavy pickup trucks, all your dump trucks, all your equipment runs on diesel. I can't believe them words actually came out of somebody's mouth. I don't know if you know this or not. We don't use diesel anymore. Diesel is old energy. I guess I'm just sitting here in amazement that s- somebody actually said this. I'm just amazed. This craziness. I have no words. Exactly. I replied back to him and said, "This is the most stupid thing I've ever heard. You need your head checked. I can't believe someone said this. A 3-year-old knows better than this. All your semi-trucks, trains, heavy equipment, all your farm equipment, and most heavy-duty pickups run on diesel." But yeah, but the markets are so broken that we're seeing this now. I'll post a link to this so y'all can check it out. I guess, does anybody have any questions? Do 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 do. Oh wow, wow, wow. Here is your some flooding of Texas. I'm posting a link to this. And of course, here in just a little bit, we will be ending the YouTube stream and we will be moving over to Rumble. I can't believe there's only 8 people in the YouTube over here watching. It just amazes me. Where is everybody at? Yesterday we had a really good turnout. I think it's because I used war in the title today over on the YouTube. they're not showing it to anybody because we done that. Because there's only been 53 people through here in an hour. Like yesterday, we was averaging over 100 per hour. And the day before that, whenever I used war or something, I forget what I used in my title, we had the same issue as we're having today. So, yeah, that's our issue. I do believe that that is the issue. And then on the 13th, we did Russia, you know what, Lindsey Graham. The truth will surprise you. And it was completely just hidden because it's still only at 86 views. And we was averaging between 170 and 225 views per stream. The first stream we ever done on here, we had 225 people watching. And nowadays, we've only had 40. So weird. Isn't it, folks? When you use certain words, we have found out now, the algorithm doesn't like them. So, yep, 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 yep. Interesting. But yeah, I posted you there a link to the floods in Uvalde, Texas. It's getting into homes. Goodness gracious. And I'm looking at that picture, and there is water as far as the eye can see over through there. They're not showing it all. There's some guy here, Ross, says, I hope Texans are enjoying the climate change. No such as starting to look back what happened during Bamander and Vidal amendments. People are in for a very, very rude awakening. Okay. Is there a channel on Discord to post about the growing, prepare, use, and vegetables? I can create one, but that might fall underneath the medical channel, Grayfon. I'll show you here. You come down here to the prepping area. Right here, the prepping, and the bottom one is medical. That's probably where I would post it. Right in here. Unless we have another channel. Ducks, do we have a channel just for that? I'm not for sure. Yeah, I think I would use this one right here. The medical channel. Let's see here. Look up through here. I don't think we have anything else. If we do, it should have been down there. No. And also, folks, if you all want a new channel, well, there should have been the UFO channel. You just have to come in here and find it. I don't know what happened to it either. Where is the UFO channel? Right there it is. There's the UFO channel. But yeah, if you want a new channel put in, you go to channel request and we will consider your channel request. So, there you got it. Okay. Presented of balances 90 plus days delinquent by loan type. Credit cards. We have almost reached the 2008 crisis. We're at almost 13% of people that is now 90 plus days delinquent on credit cards. Wow. Welcome, folks. It's going to get poopy. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Here in the United States, the share of left-wing terrorist attacks and plots has risen to levels not seen in decades. In Germany, the far-left violence has jumped by more than 40% in just last year alone. I don't really believe that. Let's see what the real statistics is in Germany. Yeah, that is true. It's jumped by 38.9%. I can't believe there's so much. You hear all them little beep, 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 beeps? That's data, folks. That's being sent out. That is data. Oh my goodness. A Russian Special Forces soldier fires an underbarrel grenade launcher during a room clearing drill and accidentally takes a ricochet straight to his gonads. Wow. You don't. You don't do that, folks. You just don't do that. Let me get this straight. He used a grenade launcher while in a room. Did I read that right? Well, he's lucky that his gonads is the only thing that got hit. Just amazing. The list of stuff you do not do, and that's high up on that list. Get an EAM, Cokes.
Julia. Sierra. Alpha. Victor. Standby. Bravo. 7. Julia. Sierra. Alpha. Victor. Standby. Bravo. 7. Juliet, Sierra, Alpha, Victor, Standby, Message follows, Bravo, 7, Juliet, Sierra, Alpha, Victor, India, Kilo, Tango, Papa, Golf, Romeo, Bravo, Yankee, Charlie, 2, 5, Romeo, Golf, Hotel, Victor, 4, Papa, Austin, Tango, 3, Kilo, Hotel, Oscar, Victor, I say again, Bravo, 7, Juliet, Sierra, Alpha, Victor, India, Kilo, Tango, Papa, Golf, Romeo, Bravo, Yankee, Charlie, 2, 5, Romeo, Golf, Hotel, Victor, 4, Papa, Oscar, Tango, 3, Kilo, Hotel, Oscar, Billy Club out.
There you have it. In EAM. That's number 10. You know, data centers now count for 7% of the U.S. power grid demand? Gold has fell below $4,000 an ounce. On July 16th, which is today, in Yishi County, Shandong, China, the rain hadn't even started pouring much yet, and the upstream reservoir suddenly released the floodwater without any warning. Excavators and everything in the world has got washed away, and is severe flooding taking place downstream. Goodness gracious, folks. The Chinese infrastructure is not made for what is coming with this, you know what, GSM. I've got some footage of that dam. Wow, only 5 over here in the YouTube world. Where is everyone at? It's just amazing. Of course, we are a little bit earlier than we have been, so that could be some of it. We've got, in Texas, scenes of showing 4 deer being swept away by floods in the Guadalupe River channel after the floods that swept through the area. Wow. Here, I'll share a link to that too. Of course, we're going to show off this video over on Rumble. I'm going to go ahead and end the YouTube stream so we can start showing some video. So if you all want to migrate over here to Rumble, I would appreciate it. There is, for the YouTube people, there is a link I guess posted for the Rumble channel. And remember, folks, need to be getting your coffee club memberships. Also for Deborah. Did you mean to buy a coffee for $5? I think you meant to become a member. So I have sent you an email. And if you meant to become a member, I can refund the $5 and get you set up for a membership. But I think you meant to become a member and not get a $5 coffee. So, go to Rumble. I'm ending this. See you on Rumble. We're ending my YouTube stream. See you, bye. Okay, Rumble people.